Hello and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sam and today's video is going to be my August TBR. I cannot believe that it is almost August. I know everyone says that, like, how is it August? How is it June? How is it July? But like, for real, where is the time going? Where's the time going? It's quickly approaching my 34th birthday. Y'all, I'm about to be in my mid-30s. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. And then my daughter is starting middle school in August, and I'm not ready for that either. Truly, I'm not ready. She's going to be in 6th grade, but that's middle school here where we live, and I'm not ready. I'm like, you're still a baby. You're still a baby. But let's just go ahead and get into my August TBR. I have a total of 12 books that I want to read in August. Technically 11 because one of them I have already read, but we'll get to that in just a second. Most of these are going to be new releases. There's some good books coming out in August and I'm very excited for them. So we're gonna start out with the new releases and then I'll get into, the other books. So first up, we're going to talk about Denim and Diamonds by Keeland and Penelope Ward. I feel like they just kind of sprung this one on us. I was on Instagram one day and I saw it and I'm like, heck yeah, sign me up for that. I want to read it. This is going to be like an opposites attract. From the synopsis, that's the vibe that I'm getting. We have a country boy and a city girl who is a very successful purse designer, and they both end up at a sort of wellness retreat. Don't know too much more about it, but I love these authors so much, and when they write together, I love them even more. So definitely going to read that one. It comes out July 27th. And then we have a new Karin Slaughter book. I'm currently reading a Karin Slaughter, and it's just reminding me like how much I love her writing and how dark and just gritty she is. I love it. This is We Are All Guilty here. It comes out on the 12th, and this is the start of a new series for her. It's following like a small town where everybody knows everybody, but then a tragedy happens. Two teenage girls end up dying, and the town is kind of, turned upside down, and everybody is, do we actually know these people? I don't know, but I'm really excited for it. And then we have The Locked Ward by Sarah Pekkanen. This one comes out on August the 5th. I don't remember if I have read anything by this author. I could be mistaken, but I don't think that I have. So this one is following a woman who was adopted into a very wealthy family, and then she is later accused of killing her adoptive family's, their biological daughter. And I believe that she is going to be put on the psych ward because the locked ward, but I don't know too much about it. It's a thriller, so I don't want to know too much about it. And the next new release that I have is The Unseen by Ania Ahlborn. This one comes out August 19th. It's been a while since I have read anything by this author, and I've had some good luck with her. She is, I want to say she's more of a horror author, but I could be wrong in saying that. I haven't really dipped my toes too much into the horror genre. So sometimes I'm like, is this a thriller? Is this a horror? I don't know. But this one, I want to say is it kind of like a haunted house sort of thing? We have a mother who I believe has lost her child, one of her children, and she's like very much grieving the loss, and things start happening. I did write down sort of like a little tagline here. It says, a haunting tale that walks the line between the familiar and the unknown, drawing us into a chilling narrative where reality itself feels just out of reach. Yeah, that sounds really good. The next book that I have is the one that I have already read. I get to alpha read, beta read all of her books, and that is Protect Home by Indy Valentine. This is the 3rd book in the Atlanta Boys series. This is a baseball romance, a surprise pregnancy, a like sort of hate to love, such good banter in here, and we have a obsessed hero, a mustache daddy. Okay, he's got a mustache and he's a daddy in every sense of the word. Okay, so if you do not have this on your TBR and you like sports romances and you like a surprise pregnancy, August 22nd, read it, okay? Download it, buy it, read it. And then we have The Secret Book Society by Madeline Martin. This comes out August the 26th. This is set in, I want to say, like 1800s in London, and we are following a group of women who are very much suppressed by society and their husbands, and they want more. And it is, I'm assuming it's going to be about them breaking out of that and maybe fighting against things that, you know, rules that are set for women. They end up being invited to a tea party by a very notorious wealthy woman in society. Historical fiction. I don't know, it sounds really good. When I did my anticipated releases, I found this and I'm like, oh, that sounds really good. And I've never read anything by this author, so definitely I want to try and check this one out. Another book coming out on August 26th is The Gilded Heiress by Joanna Shupe. This is a historical romance. I recently did a reading vlog where I read fellow booktubers, some friends, I read their books off of their TBR, and I read a historical romance, and it just reminded me how much I love historical romances. And so I definitely want to read this one because I have had really good luck with Joanna Shupe, and it's going to be set in New York in the Gilded Age, and I'm currently obsessed with the Gilded Age on HBO Max. Like, I love that show so much. Today's Sunday when I'm filming this, and the new episode comes out today. So I'm really excited. So I don't know too much about it, just that I like Joanna Shupe, and it's going to be set in the Gilded Age. So add to TBR immediately. Okay, then we're going to get into some just random books that I want to read throughout the month. We've got Saving Rain by Kelsey Kingsley. I have seen such good reviews on this book, like such good reviews. People love this book. It is slow burn, emotional, it's gritty. I believe this is actually told through the hero's POV for the entire book. I could be wrong though. And you follow him when he is younger, and then something happens and he ends up going to prison. And so I think you follow him a little bit while he is incarcerated, and then he's released. And one of the things that he wants in life is just to be seen as a good person. He desperately wants to be a good person, but life just really hasn't let him have that. And he ends up moving next door to a girl who they kind of share, you know, a past with. He ended up saving her from something, and so he's living next door to her and her son, and it's going to be their romance. I don't know. I'm really excited for this one. It sounds right up my alley, and I hope it makes me cry. I hope it makes me feel all of the feels, because I need that. And then we have When She Loves by Gabrielle Sands. This is book 4 in her Fallen series. It's mafia, arranged marriage, I believe a little bit of enemies to lovers, and I think the heroine is a virgin, which I know some of you don't appreciate, but I actually like that trope. So she's been doing some promo over on her Instagram, and when I saw the graphic that she posted of this, I'm like, yeah, add to TBR. Immediately downloaded it to Goodreads, and I'm like, I want to read you. Not downloaded it to Goodreads, downloaded it to my Kindle because yeah, I want to read that. I want to read that. And then we have a historical fiction that I actually just picked up the other day at Barnes & Noble. That is Send For Me by Lauren Fox. I love walking into Barnes & Noble without any idea of a book that I want to pick up, and just looking at the shelves, reading, you know, the synopsis, looking at a cover that catches my eye and being like, yes, I want to read that. Because we are just constantly influenced with what we want to read, and we are constantly bombarded with the newest books that are coming out. And there's nothing wrong with like reading new releases, but sometimes you find hidden gems when you just go to a bookstore and just browse. And that's what I did the other day. And I found this, and I'm like, yeah, this sounds like a book I would love. It is World War II historical fiction. It's about Annalise, who is a young woman in pre-war Germany. She works at her parents' local bakery, and despite rumors of the anti-Jewish sentiment on the rise, Annalise and her parents can't quite believe that it will affect them. And of course it does. And then you have 2 generations later in a small Midwestern town, Annalise's granddaughter is a young woman newly in love, but she stumbles upon a trove of letters her great-grandmother wrote from Germany. So it's going to be family secrets. I'm here for it. It's a relatively short book, and I already have the audio from the library geared up and ready to go. So this is probably going to be one of the first books that I pick up in August, and I am so excited for it. I'm ready for it. Ready for it. Then we're going to change gears and do a little bit of a summer romance. I purchased this. This was definitely a cover buy when I was doing some shopping in Target, and I don't know, this book is just so pretty. And Meghan Quinn, she is definitely hit or miss for me. But when I'm in the mood for just like a silly little rom-com, you know, I pick her up. Look at this, like illustrations in this book. I hope I don't like stumble upon that one's not too spicy, right? All right, let's see. Oh, okay. I think I'm really gonna like this book, and I wanted to read it before summer ends, which, you know, we still got quite a while, unfortunately, but I do definitely want to read this in August. It is, I believe our heroine is newly divorced, and she ends up going to some sort of like adult summer camp. I don't know. And that's where she meets the hero. So forced proximity, I don't know. I could be wrong, but it just sounds like a cute summer read. So definitely want to read that. So the last book that I have on my August TBR is Empire of Seduction by Mila Finelli. This is book 2 in her New York State of Mafia series, I believe. Book 1 was Empire of Temptation, and I loved that one. I've had such good luck with Mila Finelli's books. They're just so easy to read and like spicy. Like the spice is really, really good in here. So I'm definitely excited for this one. We met both the hero and the heroine in Empire of Temptation, and they had just a really good like banter back and forth. It's mafia. It's kind of small town as well. Sort of hate to love vibes going on here. I think forced proximity, because I do believe they go on some sort of like road trip or vacation somewhere. So definitely want to check this one out. And yeah, that is all that I have for my August TBR. Let me know in the comments down below some books that you plan on reading in August. And if you've made it to this point in the video and you'd like to let me know, leave me a, is there like a pool emoji or like a little float? Leave me like, I don't know, beach, anything like beachy, pool, like to do with water. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.